What's going on, Battlefielders? It's your boy, Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear, and I'm back with another Battlefield Hardline weapon review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the K10. This weapon is originally available for the Cop Faction Mechanic class and can be purchased for $33,000. After accumulating 1,250 kills as a cop while using the K10, you can purchase the weapon license for a further $50,000 to use this weapon as a criminal. Here's a little bit of weapon info and stats for you on the K10 before I begin my review. The country of origin is the United States. Magazine capacity is 25 plus 1 in the chamber. The fire rate is a insane 1,200 rounds per minute. The fire type is all three, full auto, 2-round burst, and semi-auto. The reload speed is 1.5 seconds with a bullet chambered, or 2.23 seconds if you run the magazine completely dry. And the damage stats on the K10 are 33 hit points of damage at 10 meters and trails down to 12 hit points of damage at 30 meters. The K10 is an upgraded version of the Vector and has never been seen in a Battlefield game to date. The only game that I can remember using this weapon is all the way back with Modern Warfare 2 when it was named the Vector. If you can imagine, back then you were able to equip dual Vectors by using the Akimbo perk, and for a few short seconds you were invincible. What I find most interesting about the K10 is that this gun is not even in production. And for a game that prides itself on realism, this weapon should, for all intents and purposes, not be in the game. However, it is here and absolutely wrecking the battlefield, which has led me up to this review, so let's begin. With an amazing 1,200 rounds per minute, massive damage numbers of 33 hit points of damage all the way out to 10 meters, and stupid fast reload speeds, you can easily see why the K10 is the most hated weapon on the battlefield. I have received more hate mail while using this weapon for footage for this review than I have ever received in my life. The K10 boasts the shortest time to kill, excluding one-shot shotguns or sniper rifles, of any weapon I have used up to date on Hardline. The K10 can drop its opponents in the blink of an eye, and I can see why some players might think that the enemy player that they just encountered was using hacks or a lag switch. As you would expect, this close quarters wrecking machine has an incredible hipfire spread, and I highly recommend it for entering doorways or running through tight, confined spaces. Once I equipped the K10 and ran into the lobby on bank job, I was quickly acclimated to how effective this weapon can be in close quarters. It felt like I was cutting through butter with a red-hot machete, and I quickly cut through half a dozen enemies before exhausting my ammo. For those of us that played BF3 from its launch and remember the glitched USAS-12 with frag rounds, well, not as overpowered as that, but the K10 is certainly the king of close quarters engagements. With all of this overpoweredness comes a few shortcomings, but nothing an experienced player can't overcome. First, at 1200 RPM and at 26 rounds per magazine, the K10 can burn through a mag in a split second, so timing your reloads is pivotal to staying alive in a firefight. In addition, the K10 suffers greatly while aiming down the sights, as the gun will literally jump all over the place if you attempt to fire full auto. This is not what this weapon was designed to do, and playing to the strengths of close quarters maps will let you maximize its strengths while masking its weaknesses. With this insane fire rate, kills at 10 meters and in will take 4 shots, but will literally feel like a quarter second of trigger time to down your opponent. I can also vouch for the medium range effectiveness of the K10, as I have surprised myself more than once while my brain is telling me there is no way I can shoot him from here. Somehow this super weapon reaches out and drops somebody at a further distance than I thought possible. My preferred setup is oh, hell with it. It's the K10. What attachments do you really need? I am still using the iron sights and default laser sight and wrecking it with this god gun. Even with the recent nerf that reduced the maximum damage from 34 to 33, this weapon can still cook your opponents faster than any other weapon in the game. Seriously, guys, get your time in with this weapon before another major patch comes and turns this into the equivalent of the BF3 FAMAS. I'm going to have to rate the K10 a 5 out of 5 stars. This weapon dominates at close quarters, and the mid-range effectiveness is not bad. Really, would you expect me to rate this weapon at anything less than a maximum rating? For a weapon that is not even in production, the Vector K10 is certainly making a name for itself. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up another Battlefield Hardline weapon review, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, I'm interested to know what you think of this weapon, so leave me a comment and tell me what you would rate it and why. Also, if you could rate the video with a like or dislike, I would appreciate it. If you are interested to see what I think of other weapons in Battlefield Hardline, check the description for a link that will take you to the entire playlist. Thanks for watching, and as always, likes, comments, subs are loved. This is your boy Buzz. Until my next weapon review, peace out.